chips out. Get your chips out. Get your.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Get your chips out.
Yo, yo. Yes, all on you.
Get your chips out.
Yo, yo. Yes, all on you.
Open your heart. 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 Open your heart.
good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Thursday the 29th of January. Hope you're all doing well and have had a wonderful week. I hope you all enjoyed DEFCON. That was bloody intense, wasn't it? Just staring at the screen, waiting for the numbers to do things. It's all very exciting, and very many thanks to SB the Espion for that pack. And big thanks as well to Stinson's Angle for proofing it. It seemed like the DEFCON meter was being quite generous there. We had some quite long DEFCON levels before we got the raise, getting it right down to 7 minutes, which is nice. I know, SB, that you had quite a few more questions in that pack. So I'm hoping you can repurpose them for something else in these ear parts in the near future. Thank you very much for your efforts. And welcome everyone to Data Leak. Quite a few of you have come to join already. Let me say hello to you all. A good evening to Matt and SJ, Fetz and Stilgard, JR and Viator, Bruggs and Paulister, Shapes and Colin, Toot and Gizen, Stinson's Angle and Charlie, AB Me and CJ, Ida Withian, Topper, Shadowbane and Brisbane, Lupine and Effrontery, Epic Galleon, Solar Espion, Matt the Sprat, Score Count, Oni, Sonomarie, BC, Arun, Pyro, Flyboy, Fluffy Bunny, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for a slightly shorter game night tonight. DEFCON is sort of been, I think when I blocked the schedule I was still thinking of that as a feature game. It's more of a half-time game now. Anyway, here's a message from our sponsor Puzzle Dan.
Just in time for Mr. Aladdin, Sir Lovett.
Very well done indeed. Yes, welcome on in, Puzzle Dan. Thank you for the 100 bits right there. So DEFCON is sort of a semi-permeable membrane. It's very upsettingly, I feel that the people who said, hold that thought, here's a message from our sponsor Puzzle Dan.
Also 57
months. Thank you very much for the support there, Dan. Most grateful to you. The people who said to me it works better with the vibes if I'm not there reading the questions, I think they're probably right. So it sort of functions as a half-time game. But I mean, that was 25 minutes or so. So that's encouraging. Yes, as a result though, because that was down as a feature game, it's partnered up with Data Leak tonight. It's just the 2 games and the Thunderball tonight, so we'll probably be done before 10 o'clock, which is probably a good thing, given it is a school night for most of us. It's the Royal Flush from the game show against the stream where we played against Ash. Indeed so, welcome on in, Epic Galley. So don't forget you can get your raid messages in if something amusing happens tonight. You've not got quite as long to do it, though I've got quite a lot in already, so do come and suggest them. Very many thanks to Stimpson's Angle for this pack. Having proved DEFCON, he's now written Data Leak. So Stimpson, no quiz for you tonight. We're very grateful for the sacrifice you're making on all our behalves. And very many thanks to Lewis for proofing this one. I've not seen anything about this pack, but very briefly when I exported it. So looking forward to seeing it play out, and so it should be good fun. Let me just bring up my notes. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so particularly. We'll get this lobby locked in just a minute. I'll wait for the loop to go around once more. Data Leak, Thunderball later on. Saturday, what have we got Saturday? If you're around this weekend, The Pyramid, Crossfire and The Escape Artist by Oni, Lewis and Samster respectively. Please do pop along for that. That's this Saturday at 8 o'clock. Triple bill sort of normal service resumes at the weekend. And the B channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome. And also well done AB Me, who got 208 points. Which is very in keeping with their name. Congratulations on not losing DEFCON as badly as everybody else. I suppose you don't really win DEFCON, do you? Although we came pretty close. 7 minutes off a timeout and avoiding the launch, but alas, not to be. While I wait for the loop to finish and the last few players to come and join the lobby, I'm just going to filter out some raid messages. Dum dum. There we go. There was a bit of riffing over the top of that, and I've just finished going through filtering out the raid messages I've had already. I think we should get on with the quiz, as a famous man once said. Or am I riffing along with the, what's it called, data leak music? Well, that's enough chit-chat from me. I think we should get on with even more quiz. Let's lock the lobby and let's begin the game. Yeah, much easier to scout over the DEFCON, very much so. Reminder of how to play, solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. Clues revealed every 10 seconds. The fewer clues you need, the more points you get. You get an answer wrong, you get frozen out for 8 seconds. So if you've got even half an inkling, it's probably worth having a punt at it. Because there's no real penalty. You can just have another go when you get the next clue. So, and you never know, it might be right. Yes, I will, Simpson. Thank you for reminding me. And when we get to round 4, just make sure your spellings are exact. So paying attention to the extra clues that are given in that round. But do watch your spellings. Right, round 1. It's 5 degrees, and you're going to be presented with a category and 5 clues, all of which are describing the same person, place, or object. All you've got to do is tell me what it is we're describing. The faster you solve, the more points you get. 5 points if you can do it from 1 clue, 1 point if you take all 5 and split the difference. Quick reminder about our policy on this channel. Please keep Googling until after the quiz if you want to go and do further research. No live Googling during gameplay. If you please, any information that I could furnish you with on extra details, I will do so with the notes provided by Stimpson's Angle. Right. I think that's about it. Fingers on devices, everybody. And incidentally, if you've not managed to join yet, there's a universal controller, and we'll stick the rune code into the chat as well. Good luck. Here's our first puzzle tonight, and we are looking for an event for 5. Tina and Milo are the mascots for this year's event. There's a few early souls for 5. Well done for 4. A 2015 biographical film starring Taron Egerton tells the story of a 1988 British participant. For 3, the first of these took place in the French Alps in 1924. The 2026 games will be held in Milano and Cortina. And for a single point, summer versions have been held in London 2012, Paris 2024, and will next be in LA in 2028. Look, if you just put Olympics, we were specifically looking for the Winter Olympics. Also took the Winter Olympics, Winter Olympic Games, and various other variations. So yeah, they're starting next week, 6th of February, in Milano and Cortina. The 2015 Taron Egerton film was, of course, Eddie the Eagle, who was a British plasterer who had a dream of competing in the ski jump. And I understand they changed the rules after that so that amateurs couldn't take part, which seems sort of counter to the spirit of the Olympics, but there we go. Yeah, and Tina and Milo, their names are diminutive of the 2 host cities, Cortina and Milano. Tina and Milo, which is kind of cute, I think. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, let's reorder the board, drain the puzzle, and move on to puzzle number 2. We are looking for a number. Answer is digits. For 5. Publisher of the cooperative cooking simulator Overcooked. Getting that for 5. For 4, South Korean K-pop band whose albums include Love and Letter and Happy Birthday. For 3, minimum number of clues required for a standard Sudoku puzzle to have a unique solution. For 2, the 7th prime number. And for a single point, ABBA's Dancing Queen was young and sweet, only 17 was the answer. Dancing Queen, eating Chinese with Mr. Bean. Oh yeah, how good is that song? Yeah, so this Sudoku one's interesting. At least 17 numbers must be provided in a 9x9 grid for the puzzle to have only one solution. I've never quite understood how people map Sudokus to make them work, but and how they take out the clues so they're still solvable without guessing. But yeah. Haven't done one for a while. The South Korean K-pop band, often abbreviated as SVT. Incidentally, the publisher of Overcooked, those who haven't played, give it a go, apparently. It's Team 17, who are also the publishers of the Worm series of games. We did just need the number 17. If we put Team 17, I'm afraid that wouldn't have counted, because Team 17 wasn't an answer to all the clues. But yes, I said answer is digits, but we did actually set the word 17 as well. So there we go. Let's train the puzzle. Move on. 2 players with 10 out of 10 so far. Topper and Ralph, very well done. As we move on to puzzle number 3, we're looking for a place. For 5, designated as a natural reserve devoted to peace and science. Very well done, Topper. Is on a run for 4. One of the shortest clues in this round ever. A desert. For 3, home to approximately 60% of the world's fresh water. For 2, unlike its northern counterpart, no bears live here. And for a single point, the Earth's southernmost continent and home of the South Pole. Go on, Dan. See you green. See you green. Alas, not. Antarctica is what we were after. The Antarctic desert, the Antarctic continent. We did accept the South Pole there as well. So yeah, unlike its northern counterpart, no bears live there, but I think penguins do. Is it penguins live at the South Pole and polar bears at the North Pole? Arctos is the Greek word for bear, is the origin of the Arctic's name, incidentally. Not for the presence of polar bears, however, but for its proximity to the constellation Ursa Major, the Great Bear. Fun little extra fact for you. And yes, it's technically a desert. Deserts are defined by the amount of precipitation, not temperature. The Antarctica receives only 150 millimetres of snowfall a year, but it's still bloody cold. But yeah, allegedly, I've not been there. But it's a natural reserve devoted to peace and science. The 1959 Antarctic Treaty demilitarised Antarctica, prevented nuclear testing, and designated the continent as a place for international cooperation. So that's nice, isn't it? Very well done. And a Topper with, I think, 15 out of 15. It might be the first time I've ever seen this in Data League. Let's drain the puzzle and show error 404 up at the top there. Let's go on. Puzzle number 4. We're looking for an animal. For 5. Found within an NFL team name. God, if you get 5 points from this, Topper. Bloody hell, someone's managed it. Ralph, very well played. Let's stand in the dark for 4. UK children's TV show starring James Mackenzie. Mackenzie, sir. For 3, a member of the Corvidae family. For 2 points, these birds are guardians of the UK Crown and the Tower of London. And weirdly, the peak of Chichester Cathedral as well, I believe. Oh, no, that's something else. Ignore me. Go on, quoth the blank, nevermore. It is Raven, the Raven indeed. Yes, so, yeah, found within an... I have no idea how you got that, Ralph. That must have been just a blind stab that's worked out well for you. But yeah, the Baltimore Ravens, when the team moved from Cleveland, a fan vote led them to adopt the moniker the Ravens in honour of the Edgar Allan Poe poem, to which we will return in just a moment. Anyone else remember Raven, the kids' TV show starring James Mackenzie? Are you prepared? Except with I think a Northern Irish accent, possibly. Let the challenge commence. Are you prepared? That's what the lines, yeah. Raven, an action-adventure game show for kids in the noughties. Obviously a member of the Corvidae family. And the guardians of the UK Crown of the Tower of London. The Tower's current Ravens are named Harris, Jubilee, Poppy, Edgar, Georgie, Chaos, Henry, and Poe, with an E, again, after the poem. It's not. I think it's a peregrine falcon at the top of Chichester Cathedral. I got excited and got my aviation mixed up. And of course, Edgar Allan Poe's 1845 poem, The Raven, once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. I'm not going to give you the whole thing. First stanza's enough. Very well done. If you got that, let's drain the puzzle. And moving right along to our next one. I think this is puzzle... No, it's puzzle number 5. This one is. Take a look, because we're looking for a person. For 5. He was responsible for commissioning Monty Python's Flying Circus. You cracking it for 5? Well played. For 4, his brother attempted to open a dinosaur-themed theme park in 1993. Very good, I like that too. For 3, this broadcaster and naturalist, not naturist, has won BAFTAs in black and white, colour, HD, 3D, 4K and VR. For 2, his nature documentaries include Planet Earth, Blue Planet and Frozen Planet. Do you want to build a snowman? And for 1 now, numerous species have been named after him, including the Attenborosaurus genus of extinct marine reptiles. Well done if you got Sir David Attenborough there. He turns 100 this year and is still narrating new documentaries. Before becoming the broadcaster and naturalist that we know and love, Attenborough was the BBC Two controller and the BBC's director of programming. And I love that clue number for 4 because Richard Lord Attenborough, his brother, starred as John Hammond in the 1993 film Jurassic Park. There was a survey, I heard this on The Rest is Entertainment recently, that something like if we could only pick one national treasure of the UK, more than like 55% of people, if we could only pick one, would say David Attenborough. Which is really telling. You can't get more than half the country to agree on anything, but we all think David Attenborough is a national treasure who must be protected at all costs, and they're absolutely right. Very well done if you got that. Let's drain the puzzle and take a look at the leaderboard. Well, it's a very strong start for Topper, only dropping 3 points the entire round, leading out in front with 22. Ralph and Shapes only dropping 4, currently in second with 21, and Ben, Cola and Toot just dropping 5. Sitting on 20 points in third place. Those are the scores at the end of round 1. You've all done jolly well. Everyone's got some points on the board. I think we should move on to round 2. It's all a blur, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and a blurred picture, which will gradually come into sharper focus. The faster you solve it, the more points you win, and you'll get a cryptic clue at the 2-point mark. And those of you who... I've played this game once or twice before, will remember that Stimpson's Angle, when he's writing the pack, often does something a little bit different. And I am delighted to tell you that it is the return of the Stimpson's Angle non-AI generated art It's All a Blur picture round, which was very exciting last time and is going to be very exciting this time as well. Again, none of these are AI. I think Simpsons Angle prides himself and is obviously a very, very talented artist. And so he's drawn us some pictures and he's asked me to remind you to tell you that the pictures are cryptic clues to the category. I'm just going to look at the data sheet and see what I mean by that. Yeah, so the pictures are sort of cryptic clues, but it's a very much a sort of, it's as close to catchphrases as we're going to get in this part of the internet. It's sort of a say what you see, but the category and what you see, you'll see. So there's crypticisms going on here, but effectively, say what you see. Best of luck to you all. Let's take a look at puzzle number 1, and we are looking for a video game for 5. Before. Well done, Paulister, first to crack it there. Well done, Shapes not far behind. And JR getting it as well now for 3. Just say what you see now. 2 sequels to this 2001 Nintendo game include New Horizons, New Leaf, and Wild World. Just say what you see. There's Mr. and Mrs. Master and Miss Chips. What are they up to? Go on, CJ, see a green? Alas not. That's Animal Crossing. Oh, and aren't they just a delight? Yeah, why is Riff in this game? They got Riff there. It's a new leaf for 5. Yes, that's Animal Crossing. You've got a giraffe, a lion, a wall, and a raccoon crossing the road. They're very, very beautiful drawing. Just say what you say. That's all you've got to do. Lovely stuff. Well done if you solved that. Let's drain the puzzle. And out it goes. And let's move on to this one I did see. I'm going to stop laughing because I don't want to give anything away. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a country. Say what you see. But if you were spotting it early for 4. To remind you, we're looking for a country, not a continent, people, for 3. For 2, this South American country can be spicy and cold at the same time. And for 1, just say what you see. It's Chile. It's Chile. We did accept Chile and the other spelling of Chile as well. Yeah, Chile. As a Chile. There's lots of people typing South Africa, a lot of people typing Africa, a lot of people typing South America. So we're very much looking for a country. And it's just Chile, which is represented by a Chile. Very nice indeed. And well done if you got that. Let's drain the puzzle. Yeah, that's Chile down there. Chile con carnage. Very good. Right, on to our next one. I've got the answer in the category in front of me, and I've genuinely no idea what's going on with the picture. Let's take a look. At puzzle number 3, we're looking for a European landmark for 5. Draw 5. Let's look for 4. There's our first soul from 2 for 4. Well played. For 3. I see where this is going. Nobody else yet? For 2. Located in Prague, this stone bridge is named after the king who ordered its construction, not the UK monarch you see. And for 1. Oh, that's marvellous. It's the Charles Bridge. Of course it's the Charles Bridge. Those saying the notes, hopefully you can recognise that character as meant to be King Charles III. Yes, indeed. Spotted him from the ears, visible from space. Yes, the Charles Bridge in Prague. Blasphemy against the king. You can only blaspheme against God. You can't blaspheme against the king, even if he is God's alleged representative on Earth. Apparently. Yeah, I've crossed the Charles Bridge a few times. 5+, he was given the figure. It does a bit, doesn't it? With the is that the astronomical clock in the background? I suspect, because that's not far from the Charles Bridge in Prague. Oh, I typed the Czech name. Bad luck. Bad luck. Yes, no. We English speaking quiz unless explicitly it states otherwise. Well done if you got the Charles Bridge. Let's drain the puzzle. It's King Charles, like the PFG. On we go. Puzzle number 4. We are looking for a pastime for 5. There's our first solver for 2 now. Don't be a drip. This dance form shouldn't be performed in the sink. Just say what you see. It's a tap dancing is what we can see there. Probably should have accepted tap dance on that, but yeah, we accepted tap and tap dancing. Apologies, tap dance snuck through there. So take a moral point if you said tap dance. a moral point or two. Apologies, occasionally these things sneak through. We're very sorry for your grievance, but a beautiful drawing of a pair of taps dancing. Lovely stuff. Let's train the puzzle. Say what you see. We can't see it. You have to look at the broadcast graphics for it. Right, we've got one more. One more. We're looking for a character for 5. Very well played. Shadow first in there. Quite a few others just behind for 4. For 3. Oh, did you get through the spell checker, Virtual Dice? For 2, Rowan Atkinson has been portraying this character since 1990. Come on, Sea of Green now, surely. For 1. There he is. There's Mr. Chips. What's he up to? It's not Mr. Chips. It would have subverted the form. It's Mr. Bean. And there he is inside a tin of baked beans. And I'm being told here other bean brands are available. Mr. Bean is what we wanted. I think extra special spicy thanks to Simpsons Angle for going the extra mile. It's always a joy seeing your creative picture rounds for It's All a Blur. So thank you very much for getting us as close to countdown as we possibly can over here. And for doing it by hand as well. Let's drain that puzzle and check out the scores at the end of the round. We've got a new leader. In fact, we've got 3 distinct places in 1, 2, and 3. Toots at the top with 38, Rouse in second with 37, and Shapes is in third with 36. Oni and Topper just slipping behind, 2 points behind with 34. So yes, let's play on. Lovely round there. And Woolly back, welcome to the stream. Let's go on. Round 3. It's any other name, and in this round, you get presented with 5 clues and no category, and all of the 5 clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. Let me just look ahead at the answers. I can tell you that all of these clues can be solved with a single word. Yes. Hurrah. Good. So there might be some variants where we accept alternatives, but yes, we're looking for the thing we're describing from the 5 different descriptions. Fingers on devices, here is the first. For 5. Symbolised by a triangle. For 4, low-cost Icelandic airline, now defunct. Well played, Topper. Thought you might get it on the Iceland knowledge. For 3, a form of theatre. For 2, Ed Sheeran's 2025 album. And for a single point, Google's App Store for Android. Play is what we're after there. We did rather generously accept Google Play at the end there. But yes, Google Play is Google's App Store for Android. Ed Sheeran continuing his theme of naming albums after mathematical operators. Is Play a mathematical operator? Is it greater than? I suppose it's greater than if it doesn't have the end on it. Yeah, the Icelandic airline Play stops operating in 2025. Sorry to everyone who answered Delta here. And symbolised by a triangle. The Play symbol on a remote, for example, is symbolised by a triangle pointing towards the right. Very well done if you got that. Let's drain the puzzle. First album in a new series. You're going to have rewind, fast forward, pause, stop, record. And presumably other remote control functions. Let's go on. Puzzle number 2. 5. 2022 Imagine Dragons single. Very good jogging. For 4, US equivalent of UK Dragons. Welcome to the stream as well, by the way. Hope you're well. For 3, San Jose's NHL team. tornado-dwelling animals found in a 2010s disaster movie franchise. And for 1, Jaws, perhaps the most well-known great white. FSH, welcome to the stream. First-time chatter, lovely to have you here. Oh, you denied us the first sea of green because you joined halfway through the question, so obviously you can't answer that one. But hopefully you'll get the next payload. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're all sharks, all examples of sharks. Sharknado was the 2013 film, the first of a 9-movie franchise, 5 sequels and 3 spin-offs. San Jose Sharks is the NHL team that we're after there. Shark Tank, of course, is the US equivalent of Dragon's Den, both based on the Japanese show Tigers of Money, and part of the Imagine Dragons album Mercury Act 2, the single Sharks, which I must say I've not heard, but I do quite like Imagine Dragons in small doses. Well then, if you got that, let's drain the puzzle, and let's play on to puzzle number 3. For 5. Word that features in the name of many English language newspapers. People writing daily. It's not daily. For 4, Roman god of commerce. Neither is it the. There's a few souls for 4 now. Well played, well played. For 3, NASA's first human spaceflight program. For 2, surname adopted by Farouk Bulsara. And for a single point, chemical element Hg, also known as Quicksilver. I thought for the longest time it was the only element that's liquid at room temperature, but apparently other things are as well. So the things you learn in GCSE chemistry that you find out are actually just massive lies. But yeah, Mercury is what we're after. Freddie Mercury, of course, is Farouk Bulsara. Mercury is the Roman god of communication, shepherds, cheats, and thieves, interestingly enough. And yeah, a lot of people writing the or daily on the first one, which would have been nice, but yeah, numerous newspapers have been or still are named the Mercury, after the Roman god, to symbolise quick and reliable news delivery. Clive, welcome on into the game, joining us almost exactly at the midpoint. Let's drain that puzzle and play on to puzzle number 4. For 5, letter that represents the smallest commercially available model railway track gauge. BC and Flyboy getting in there, either they're train fans or as a good punt. For 4, statistical test developed by William Seeley Gossett. This can be solved with a single letter and ESRB video game rating classification. You're narrowing it down for 2, one of the 4 DNA bases. If you know them, you've got it down to a 1 in 4. And for a single point, homophonic letter, i.e. a hot brewed beverage or a stand for a golf ball. That's T is what we're after. We did accept T-test there as well to account for clue number points 4. T is a homophobic letter. Homophonic, as in it sounds the same way that it's so a cup of tea and a golf tee are both spelt the same way. It's not the word Q. Q-U-E-U-E. If you take the E off the end, it says Q. If you take the Q-U-E-U-E, take the E off, take the U off the end of that, it says Q. Take the E off that, Q-U, it still says Q. Take the U off, it's just, so Q is just, the word Q is just the letter Q followed by 4 silent letters. These are facts. Yeah, one of the 4 DNA bases, thymine, is T, with the others being A, C, and G. ESRB video game rating classification in the States is rated T for teen. The T-test, developed by Gossett, is he published a test under the pseudonym Student whilst working for the Guinness Brewery. And should say Kawaiwai. Yeah, the letter that represents the smallest commercially available model railway track gauge is a T gauge. Has rails spaced 3 millimeters apart. K. Only in France, though, Prugs. Only if you're French does that spell K. Or Latin, which is not beyond the realm of possibility, I suppose. Let's train the puzzle. And on we go. Puzzle number 5, final one of the round. Take a look. For 5. TV drama created by David Shaw, 2004 to 2012. Very well done, Ida Withy, not wasting any time to pick up 5 points there. For 4, a style of electronic dance music. For 3, the general target in the sport of curling. For 2, an expensive drinking wine. Sorry, an inexpensive drinking wine. Forgive me. Forgive me. For a single point, a building in which people live, typically as a family. Possibly with housemates. Oh shit, I just said the answer. Ah! I don't know if he said the bloody answer, it's house. So, as a family, or possibly with housemates. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you might live with housemates in a house, because they are your mates who live with you in your house. Therefore, they are your housemates. Sort of giving away the answer with 4 seconds to go. My bad. Yeah, House, of course, the TV drama starring Hugh Laurie as Dr. Gregory House. A medical reimagining of Sherlock Holmes was the inspiration for the show. And yeah, house wine. I remember my dad always buying house wine from Marks and Spencer's. It's sort of like, you know, that's a... I was like, you buy the house wine, but you're shopping at M&S. You know, that's like buying Waitrose's own brand of stuff. It's like, just go to Tesco at that point. But yeah, typically the cheapest option at a restaurant or bar was usually no more description than its colour. The house red, for example. But yeah, he used to buy house wine from Marks and Spencer's, which it might very well have been Marks and Spencer's own brand. This is going back to the 90s. This is one of the only things I remember from my childhood. My dad buying house wine from M&S. Welcome to the stream, Clive. Yes, my parents shopped at M&S. I think they still do. Anyway, that's the end of puzzle number 5. No, it was flat. Very, very much flat. I do remember that. Let's train the puzzle. Check out the scores. My Toot and Ralph are pulling away a little bit. 55 points apiece at the top. We've got Oni manages to creep up into second with 49. Shapes into third with 48. Ben, Topper, Cola, and a run all tied up not very far behind. Fourth place with 45 points. We've still got 2 rounds to go, and those 2 rounds could make all the difference. Let's play on round 4. I had to royal flush his parents. My mum's watched, I think, twice. I keep trying to get my siblings to come and watch, and it's like, you really like quiz, you enjoy quiz. And my brother's girlfriend actually said to him when I mentioned what I do in my spare time at the weekends, I host quizzes. His girlfriend said, "We'd love that. Why don't we watch that?" Except with a northern accent. But why don't we watch that? And my brother said, "Oh, it's because it's this idiot hosting it," or something equally rude. Anyway, moving rapidly on. Round 4 is the clue chain and FSHFTW. Thank you very much for that follow. Very grateful to you. Round 4 is the clue chain, and in this round you'll be presented with a category and a single word or phrase that will gradually have more letters added to it. The faster you solve it, the more points you win, and in this round, spelling must be exact, so use the gaps that you've got and the crossword clues to help you out. A single letter being out or a single piece of punctuation being out, and it will be marked as wrong. I can tell you there is one puzzle that has one piece of punctuation in it, and it must be included in the answer. Blissfully, it's not a comma because I've still not patched out the thing where it splits the answers up. It's on the list. I will do it at some point. But there's one puzzle that has one piece of punctuation in it. You must include it in the answer. So, fingers on devices. And remember, if you think you've got half an inkling, it's still worth a guess. It's still worth 5 points if you can solve it after one clue. Let's take a look at our first puzzle, which is First Beginning. For 5. Attempts there for 4. For 3. First Beginning is the clue. No one, so no one attempting. For 2. There we go. Some source coming in now. Bad luck with that typo there, Connor Adlack. You were very close. An object at rest remains at rest. Is what you typed because snuck an extra E in there. Yes, an object at rest remains at rest. The beginning of Newton's first law of motion describing the principle of inertia. Let's have a look, B. What did you say? You said am, A-M. Am object at rest remains at rest. So again, the M and the N being next to each other on the keyboard, but unfortunately not. But it's a good thing I've got the log so I can actually tell you what you said. Yeah, sorry about that. But that is the nature of this round. Your spelling's got to be exact because you're given a lot of information up front. Let's drain that puzzle. How did you bollocks it up? An object at rest remains at rest. Missed out the I in remains. Let's take a look at this. Oh, this one's interesting. This has got some numbers in, which will be shown to you immediately, as will the piece of punctuation. But you still must include them when you submit your answers. Good luck. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a sequel and source material. For 5. Rotten RNG here, I have to say. For 2. Not much more being given to you there. That's just how the RNG falls. For 1. It's become a bit of a typing race there. Yes, sometimes the RNG doesn't favour you, but not getting very much at all from clue 4 to clue 2, and then being a bit of a speed test at the end. Sometimes that's how RNG is going to roll. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, and 58 minutes was the answer. Whilst first Die Hard used Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe for inspiration, its sequel was based upon Walter Wage's 58 minutes. And of course, Die Hard then went on to inspire the Home Alone films, another Christmas film where people get brutalised with terror. No, there's no terrorists in Home Alone. The similarities fall down there. Anyway, domestic terrorists, arguably, or burglars. Let's drain the puzzle. And 2 takes the lead, 58 to Rouse 57. As we go to puzzle number 3, we are looking for... So I've just had to reread the puzzle. I think something changed. I said, no. I'm not going to say any more. We're looking for 3 types of greatness for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Lake Erie, Lake Huron, and Lake Ontario. 3 of the 5 Great Lakes of North America. Omitted are Lake Superior and Lake Michigan. But those are 3 types of greatness. The Great Lakes. Very well done. If you manage to solve that, let's drain the puzzle. Thought it was clever. Right. This looks a bit fairer, the RNG on this. We're looking for... What's number 4? 4 in a bed for 5. For 4. FSH for 4 points there, Fets as well. For 3 now. So I'm just missing out on the cut-off. For 2. And for one. Yeah, good clue. Clever clue there. Oh, Galley! Oh, we missed an S. The grandparents of Charlie Bucket. There were 4 in a bed. There was not just one grandparent. The covenants of Charlie Bucket. What? Yeah, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, we see Charlie's bedridden grandparents, Joe, Josephine, George and Georgina, all sharing the same bed. And then he gets a golden ticket, and suddenly Grandpa Joe is able to not just walk, but dance and sing and accompany Charlie to the Chocolate Factory, where an incredibly irresponsible man ensures the mutilation of 4 children. Just going to throw that out there, that's what Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is all about. Or indeed Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory if you're watching the film. Horrifying film. Let's move on. Train the puzzle. Right, we've got one more in this round before the big tamale, and for puzzle number 5, we are looking for 5 non-golden things. For 5. For 3. Check the letter count on the second word because it's English spelling. There's an extra clue for you. For 2. Now it's obvious. Hopefully. Charlie and the ocean violations. For 1. Not me missing a whole word. What, did you miss the word Olympics, CJ? Oh no, the circles of the Olympic rings. Oh yeah, that doesn't quite fit with the clue there, but it's sort of technically correct. They are 5 non-golden things, but we were after the colours of the 5 Olympic rings. From top, from top to bottom, they're blue, black, red, yellow, and green. But none of them is gold. Very well done. If you got that, let's drain that puzzle and check in with top of the leaderboard. Well, Toot just starting to pull away slightly with 66. Ralph's in second with 61. Oni is just behind on 61. Sorry, Ralph's in second with 62. I don't know what I said before, but I don't think it was that. Oni's now in third with 61. Shape's not far behind on 59. Ben with 54. Topper with 53. It's still much in it because there are 25 points up for grabs, which means Brisbane and upwards can technically still get a gold at this point. Let's take a look at round 5. It's the content filter, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and 5 shorter clues, all of which will be contained within or connected to the answer. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. Very similar to round 1, except the clues are going to be somewhat curtailed. Okay, so whereas round 1 there's sort of continuous sentences, here you just get examples of things and then tell me what's the connection. They're like another popular show on BBC 2? 1? 2? I think it's BBC 2. Which is very exciting. Can't think what it's called now. Anyway, fingers on devices for the final round. I don't watch it. I make it. I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I don't have a TV license. I don't. I've got enough time to watch TV. Anyway, here we go. Puzzle number 1. We're looking for a job title. Yes, only connected is what I was referring to there, FSH. For 5, Francois Bayrou. Easy, cracking it for 5. Puzzle Dan as well for 4, Gabriel Attal. For 3, Michel Barnier. For 2, Sébastien Lecornu. And for 1, Sébastien Lecornu again. as the Prime Minister of France. That's what we're after. We accepted quite a few variations there. Premier Ministre, the French Prime Minister, Premier Ministre Français, French PM, and various other answers as well. It looks like Prime Minister was also accepted on its own. Me waiting for Nicolas Sarkozy. I believe he was the President of France, not the Prime Minister. The distinct office. But yeah, Francois Bayrou, December 24 to September 25. Gabriel Attal, January to September 2024. France's youngest and first openly gay Prime Minister. Michel Barnier, who you probably heard of during the Brexit debacle, because he was an EU... Was he an EU thing? I think he was... EU Commissioner or something. Anyway, September to December 2024. Sébastien Lecornu, 9th of September to the 6th of October 2025. And then Sébastien Lecornu again, after resigning, he was appointed as Prime Minister 4 days later. Was Michel Barnier, was he in the EU stuff? I'm sure he was an EU thing during Brexit. Anyway, I definitely know that name, and it's not from being Prime Minister of France. Anyway, tricky one. Prime Minister of France doesn't trip off the tongue quite as easily as perhaps the President does. But there we go. They've had almost as many as we've had in the last few years. But apparently, over the last 2 years, they've had 4, technically 5, different Prime Ministers. But 4 of them were different people. Anyway, well done if you did get that. Let's train the puzzle. And moving on to puzzle number 2, we're looking for an organism. For 5, vulva. For 4, gills. There's our first soul from Pyro Pygmy, just sneaking into the force. For 3, stem. For 2, mycelium. Quite a few getting it from that one. And for 1, cap. No, cap. Mushrooms, also accepted fungi or fungus there. Mushrooms are the fruiting body of fungi. Just to go through those, the vulva is a cup-like structure found at the base of the stem on some mushrooms, often a useful feature to use to determine if a mushroom is safe to eat or not. Gills are the blade-like structures under the cap used for spore production and distribution. The stem is the bit that's the same on a flower. It's the bit that goes up, the body of it, if you like. The mycelium is the root-like network, and the cap is the top part. I believe there is a mushroom called the death cap. Is that one of the ones that kills you? I can't remember. There's a few that kill you, but not many. But very well done if you got mushroom or some variation thereupon. Conradlak, welcome to the stream. Let's train that puzzle. 3 to go, and Toot has got a 7-point lead at the top, but Oni and Shapes wrestling for second position, and Ralph wants to get in on that action as well with 64, just a point behind. Let's go. Let's go to our next puzzle. We're looking for an actor for 5. The Scarecrow, 2005. For 4, Bob Cratchit, 1992. For 3, Captain Abraham Smollett, 1996. For 2, himself of Sesame Street. And for 1, himself, The Muppet Show, Muppets Most Wanted, and other Muppet productions. That's Kermit the Frog is what we're after there, yeah. Got it down here. Having his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame makes him a real actor, right? Right? Yeah, but he was the Scarecrow in The Muppets Wizard of Oz in 2005. Obviously, Bob Cratchit in The Muppet Christmas Carol in 1992. Captain Abraham Smollett in Muppet Treasure Island from 1996. And, of course, himself in both Sesame Street and The Muppet Show. Kermit the Frog is what we wanted. Well done if you got that. Let's train the puzzle. Oh, Oni and Shapes both neck and neck with a very nice 69. And Ralph maintaining the pressure with 68, just 1 point behind. Yeah, actor in quotes. Very much so. Right. 2 puzzles to go. Let's take a look at puzzle number 4. We're looking for a TV show for 5. Dicho y hecho. Spain. For 4, Kongen Befala, Norway. For 3, Le Maître du Jeu, Canada. For 2, Best i Test, Sweden. For 1, Stormester, Denmark. Taskmaster. Those are all foreign translations of Taskmaster. International, I should say, rather foreign. Current and past international versions of Taskmaster. Yeah, Dicho y hecho in Spain, no sooner said than done. Kongen Befala, the king, or Befale, the king commands in Norway. Le Maître de Jeu, the game master in Canada. Beast i Tist, my best South African accent in Sweden, best in test. And in Denmark, Stormaster, it means Grandmaster. That those are all the international some of the international versions of Taskmaster. And thank you very much to Stimson for providing me with the phonetics for how to say those words. Let's drain the puzzle with 1 question to go. Oh, this is interesting. Shapes pulls ahead into a clear second place, 1 point clear of Oni, and 5 points behind Toot, which technically means Shapes could still qualify for a gold here if he gets 5 and Toot fails to get it. Well, let's take a look at our final puzzle, which is a concept. For 5, Kit Kat. 4, Henry VIII is holding a turkey leg. Only picks up 4, pressure on for a silver off Shapes. For 3, the Monopoly man is wearing a monocle. Toot secures his gold. Shapes ties for silver, race on for the bronze now. For 2, Luke, I am your father. I think it's going to be Ralph's bronze because we're into the 2 pointers now. And for 1, Nelson Mandela died in prison. What a great puzzle that is. That is the Mandela effect, and I love that to bits. That's the proper only connect puzzle, that is. Really, really like it. So the Mandela effect is when we sort of collectively, or large numbers of people, remember something that didn't happen. That's what the Mandela is. Collective false memory was also called shared misremembering, collective misremembering. Just to go through those, Kit Kat, it does not. Oh, my PC's doing the blowing thing again. Oh no, it's not. Forgive me. It's not. It's the printer. I've got the printer behind the green screen, and Anya's just said something. I was just about to press the button to do the scores in case it died, but no. The noise, the whirring, it's just the printer. So I'm going to tell you all about the Mandela effect now. So the Kit Kat does not contain a hyphen. Henry VIII holding a turkey leg. So many people remember the famous portrait of him holding a turkey leg. Likely this is merging the actual image where he's holding a glove with the knowledge that he liked to eat. Because I seem to remember Henry VIII holding a turkey leg, but I don't actually. I've made that up. Monopoly Man is wearing a monocle. He does not. You might be mixing him up with... Does Colonel Sanders wear a monocle? Someone wears a monocle. Is it the Pringles Man? But Rich Uncle Pennybags does not wear a monocle. Luke, I am your father. That is not the line Empire Strikes Back. It's no, I am your father. He doesn't say Luke, he says no. And everyone seems to remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison, but he did not. Oh, does Mr. Pringles wear a monocle? That must be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I've got Google right there. I could probably look it up. Mr. Pringle Man. No, he doesn't wear a monocle either. Pringle Boy? No, I don't know if I'm remembering that. I've Mandela'd myself, evidently. So, yeah, those are none of the wet trousers. That's very true, Cola. That's the first thing you've said all night, and I think that's a worthy addition to the discourse this evening. Mr. Peanut, possibly, and the Michelin Man. Maybe. Anyway, that's all I know about the Mandela effect. Well done if you did solve that puzzle. Let's drain it and check out the scores at the end of the quiz. We have got a tie in silver, which is very interesting, but counting back up, a lovely bronze medal with 72 points goes to Ralph. The silver medal is shared between Shapes and Oni with 77 points apiece, but the gold medalist standing triumphant at the top of Data League tonight with 82 points is Toots. So I know the penny bank is just one more cue after that, but I wanted to read the information, which has stayed on the screen. Well done. GG's, everybody. Some lovely points going out there. They will sort of all have been converted into pennies. It hopefully tells you on your device how many you've won. If it doesn't, that's probably something I should add. But a good spread of scores there. And can I extend enormous gratitude to Stimpson's Angle for an absolutely corking pack of Data League. That was so much fun all the way through. Particularly love the picture round, as I always do when you do it. Stimpson's Angle. So thank you very much for the effort and going the extra mile, I think, with those picture rounds. Some really, really great puzzles there. I had a great time, and I hope all of you did as well. Hard right required to effort. Yeah, someone said in the survey, I don't know who it was, I think it was anonymised, but somebody said that a Data League pack, when written well, is one of the best experiences at game night. But it can be quite tricky to pitch that difficulty exactly right. So enormous thanks to you, Stimpson's Angle, and big thanks to Lewis as well for proofing it too. Friendos, that is all the quiz for tonight. I'm sorry, it's only 9:30, but yeah, an early one. We had DEFCON. We had quite a long game of DEFCON. We lasted quite a long time before the world ended, and we've had a gorgeous pack of Data Leaks. So that's enough quiz. But we have got the Thursday night Thunderball coming up in a couple of minutes' time, so please do stick around for that. And of course, we are going to go off and raid one of our friends, quite a few people online. It could be Huds tonight. Haven't raided him for a while. So that's going to be on the cards before the end of the evening. So please do stick around for the Thunderball draw coming up in a few minutes' time. Congratulations again to our medalists. Big thanks to Stimpson and Lewis. And I will see you for the Thunderball in just a minute. It is Thursday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for the midweek Thunderball draw. I really need to put that on my operator screen so I get it right every time, rather than panicking if I'm going to be able to remember it. HKTC is the code. You need a universal controller, and let's get rid of the lines coming in. I've extended it so we can now have 80 people in the lottery game, though only the first 40 will be seen. But the last two we've had full lobbies and people have missed out, which is a tremendous shame. So hopefully we can fill up tonight and the effort will have been worth the while. I'm going to quickly go through these raid messages. We've then got a couple of pre-lottery lotteries to do. And then we'll do the Thunderball draw. So do come and join and get those numbers picked. Yeah. Anti-shout out to RNG. I feel like I've got to at least consider that one. Very good. Right, I filtered it down. I've got quite a few raid messages, so I'll go through those in more detail in just a minute. 35 in. Let me do these pre-lottery. I know Shapes was just a couple of micro pennies away from a lottery roll. Can you get there, Shapes? Can you get there? If I chat for just a few more seconds, and then we'll see if we can get you there before I've typed in Colin and Con Radlack, both claiming a pre-lottery lottery. No? Okay, let's award random. Veal success. 98.54. We'll have to wait till next stream, I think. Veal success to Colin and Conradlac. 18.50 and 14.91. Quite generous of it tonight. I don't think that warrants that button. Lovely stuff. Right. 35 of you in. I'll give it till the end of this loop, which is about 10 seconds. And then we will go to our Thunderball draw. Four more bars. Right. Here we go. Let's hide the room code and let's start the machine. And tonight we're using Guinevere and set of balls number 2. I think we used Guinevere last stream as well for the lottery machine, though set of balls number 1. Let's have a look at what you could win for the first time, so you get to see it again later on. Don't forget, I've got to show the payout structure first, Matt, now. So just the Thunderball on its own is 100, and you can win up to 50,000 if you get 5 numbers and the Thunderball. Out of the 39 that go into the first machine, and the 14 Thunderballs that go into the second. When it's down to it, I'll show you that again in a minute, but for now, let's release those big money balls. And the blue machine, the blue balls of the first Thunderball machine. Oh, the excitement's got to me, and now I've got hiccups. Breaths back, just to make them go away. To calm myself down. All the excitement of game night is what it does to me. Right, best of luck to you all. Let's start the draw. Okay, they've got some good bounce on them tonight by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll go back another piece of chocolate roulade in a minute, probably. Or more apple ties. Right, first one out tonight is that one, number 3. Second appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared on Thursday, the 2nd of October. Blue Balls of Fortune, indeed so. Indeed so. And next up, the blue one, number 6. 4th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw that Thursday, the 22nd of January. That's last week. Draw better, please. Well, who's going to draw as good as Stinson's angle tonight, are they? And the next one out. Yeah, blue one. It's another blue one, what do you know? And it's number 1, another single-digit blue one. 2nd appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. Haven't seen that since Hallow Stream on Thursday, the 30th of October. There are 3 pulls out so far, all single-digit numbers. What are the odds it's going to go 1, 2... Oh, it can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could, if you count the Thunderball. Let's see if that happens. Next one out. Well, not 1 to 6, but it's still single digits. Number 9. 3rd appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 4th of December. Triangle numbers only. Yeah, that's been that triangle number as well? No, it'd be 10 is the next triangle number. And the 5th ball out. Oh my god, it's number 8! 3rd appearance in the May Thunderball draw. Last appeared on Saturday the 8th of November. All the single balls! All the single balls in the room. There you are. And I think that's a Thunderball is going to be like top of the shop. Let's start the second machine. That sounds literally RNG. That's how it works, isn't it? And payouts once again, if you wanted a reminder. We play winning lines. They're all single. They're all single. To your winning line, we lose the 0 and keep the 3. Let's release the Thunderballs. You got 3 on a line as well, Topper. Blimey. Golly. And the red Thunderball's going in. Let's see if we can keep the single trend. It would be good if it was a distinct single trend. 9 would be lovely, says Topper, for 3 of the Thunderball. Let's find out. Abemy looking for a 4, Topper looking for a 9. Let's draw the Thunderball. Good luck. That one just sitting there in the basin. It's not going anywhere. Oh no, it's been knocked out of the way. It's been knocked out of the way. Let's let them settle, see if we can get them back in. Takes slightly longer for the arm to come up. Are we going to get one? No, we've missed. So we give them a shake. We try again. Surely this time. Oh no! Physics were denied. 3rd time lucky for Arthur now. There we go. It's number 11. 5th appearance for that as a Thunderball. Last appeared Thursday the 20th of November. So let's have those balls once again, and this time in ascending numerical order. We've got number 1, number 3, number 6, number 8, number 9, and the Thunderball. It's number 11 of tonight's low number Thunderball. And I hope it's been of great success to you. Let's check out those winners. Oh my god, AB Me with 4 on one line picks up 2,500 pennies just for that. Paul Lister 2 with the Thunderball. Gally 2 with the Thunderball. And then Matt, Fetz, Name, Ralph, all of them 3 without the Thunderball. Those are some decent payouts tonight. Let's take a look at the big overall winners. APM unsurprisingly up at the top, 32.50 across 3 lines. Gally 23.50 across 5 lines. Paulister 2,000 across 3. Pyro 1,500 across 3. Fetz and Topper 12.50 across 2. Matt 1,100 across 2. Ben 1,100 across 4. And Ralph 1,000 across 1. Those are the biggest winners tonight. Very well done, and I hope fortune has favoured you this evening as well. Bug from my end, apparently the Thunderball draw changed to Arthur in set of balls number 5. I'm sure it didn't used to do that. It had the same machine for both halves. But yeah, Guinevere was the main draw and Arthur was the second. So that's a thing. I should probably fix that for consistency, to be honest. Anyway, I hope you got some pennies tonight. Stick around for the raid. I think we're going to go raid HUD601 in just a minute, who's continuing his bad idea of playing Sando until people stop donating to him. So let's go and cheer him on. Thanks for playing the lottery, and I'll see you for the raid. I meant the Thunderball, not the lottery. My bad. And Kamikaze, welcome to the stream. Right at the end of the night, and friendos, that is it. A short and sweet stream tonight, but all done before 10 o'clock, which is very nice, so we can go and have an early night, maybe, or, I don't know, maybe there's something else on the telly. Oh, post-lottery, very quickly. This just in. Pyro Pygmy, wanting a post-lottery. Veal success to you. 1,032. Very nice indeed. Right, raid messages. Let's sum up tonight's episode of Game Night by going through some of the raid messages and giving out some bonus pennies. To Fets, get your what out? One of the first ones we had tonight. Stilgar, we who are about to die say good evening. Simpsons Angle, have fun, try not to die. SJ, whoops, apocalypse. AB Me, 208. Shapes for Stimpson's night off. Big friendly King Charles III goes to Simpsons Angle. Mr. Beans means Hines. Sorry, Mr. Beans means Mr. Hines for Shadowmane. T is a homophobic letter for the B channel. Anti-shout out to RNG for Epic Galley. But has Kermit won an Oscar the Grouch for Proogs? The PC's doing the blowing thing for Shapes. Kit Kat does not for Viator James. Prince Jumpscare for Ardenfets. And all the single balls for Viator James. Which means I've got it down to a choice of 4. Oni. Phil Jupitus has launched a nuke at Swindon. AB Me. Semi-permeable membrane of doom. I've got 2 left to choose from. And it's going to be a runner-up to Ardenfets for Charlie and the OSHA violations. And the winner is Puzzle Dan. Eating Chinese with Mr. Bean. Just because I think that's a funny gag. And Peter Kay, we've got to thank for that. But that's the winning one tonight. Some very good ones in there. Yeah, special mention to Charlie and the OSHA violations. I did deliberate over that one and Eating Chinese with Mr. Bean. There was one other I really enjoyed as well. I really enjoyed them all. But yeah, it's Puzzle Dan who gets the pennies tonight. Don't forget, Game Night is back on Saturday evening. At 8 PM, first appearance of The Pyramid this season. One of only 2 appearances for that. That's been written by Oni. We've also got Crossfire by Lewis at halftime. And we've got what I am assured is an exceptionally high quality game of The Escape Artist as written by Samster. So that's this Saturday night, 8 o'clock. In the interim, don't forget you can come and join the Discord, get all the details for the schedule for the coming season 21 of Game Night, as well as come have a chat with us, make suggestions, and possibly even get the question writer role if you'd like to see your questions featured here on Game Night. For now, though, we are going to go and raid into my great personal acquaintance, my good friend HUD601, who's doing his end of year bad idea, which is the Sandothon until people stop donating to him, which is, given that it's nearly February and he's still not even halfway there, I think it's very funny. So we're going to go raid him, and we're going to go and say Eating Chinese with Mr. Bean. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe, and as always, take care, peace out, and good night.